got this.
We are back in the City of Life, Biñan, for the second day of the TAT Winter Tournament Leg 2. On tap for the first of 4 games today, last leg's 5th placer, the Macau Black Bears, face off against one of the newest teams in our TAT Winter Tournament, the Del Norte Banana Republic, in what promises to be a thrilling matchup. The Black Bears are coming in hot, riding high off a dominant 40-point victory yesterday, and the Banana Republic, meanwhile, are hungry for redemption after suffering a narrow, heart-wrenching 5-point overtime loss. With both teams fired up, this game is set to be an epic showdown. And for our games today, we have 4 games as usual. First are between the Macau Black Bears and Banana Republic, and then we have the Titans going up against the Lions, Aces versus the Long Lions, Wildcats versus the Dragons respectively. But again, we'll settle for our match at hand. Again, last leg's 5th placer, the Macau Black Bears, and one of the new teams in our winter tournament, the Del Norte Banana Republic. So good afternoon, everybody. The name is Cho Pangilinan, an honor and a privilege to cover this game with Bill Velasco. Bill, how do you do?
I'm all right. Looking forward to a couple of exciting games that we'll be covering today. And this is going to be an interesting matchup. A lot of talent on both sides of the team, on both sides of the floor. And of course, we're going to see Momo Kone back in action, but now with reinforcements.
And definitely a thrilling not only game, but a day ahead of us. But right now, we'll be talking about, first, our tournament format and the leg brackets.
All right. The teams will each play a single round robin within their bracket. Bracket A, they have 5 teams. Bracket B has 4 teams. So bracket A, they each play 4 games. Bracket B, they each play 3. And then the top 2 teams will move on to the crossover semifinals on Saturday. And then we will play the finals on Sunday.
And definitely still a long tournament ahead of us. This is only our second day of our TAT Winter Tournament, but now we'll be talking about Macau Black Bears' very own new guy. It's Ewing Scott.
Yes, Ewing is a very reliable point guards, held the team together yesterday and shot very well from 3-point range. And he really gave them a boost, and now Momo Kone doesn't feel so lonely anymore.
Definitely one of the new suspects for everybody to watch out for in the side of the Macau Black Bears. But on the other side, meron din silang, they have also their own suspects. John Cantimbuan Jr. had 25 points in their last outing.
Yes, their very first debut game was unstoppable. Found all the holes in the defense, getting past everybody. Mysteriously did not play in the 4th quarter or in overtime, but great start for him.
So definitely a lot of questionable decisions for the side of Del Norte Banana Republic, but hopefully this game, it'll translate into a win. But for now, that's all. We'll be turning it over to our courtside reporter, Maris Victorio, for our pre-game report.
While Del Norte fought hard but couldn't clinch the win in their previous game yesterday, the Macau Black Bears are in this with a winning spirits in the air, building momentum for today's matchup. That only means one thing for Del Norte, a comeback. Although Captain Ball John Cantimbuhan won't be playing due to his ankle injury from yesterday, the team won't easily back down because they possess next man up mentality. For the Black Bears, they are locked in and determined to bag their back-to-back win. They will be playing without a coach, but as per Scott Ewing, possibly by tomorrow, they have their general manager to coach them. Game is about ready. I'm turning you over to our arena announcer. Richard Tampos, take it away.
Good afternoon and welcome to the TAT Winter Tournament Biñan Leg at the Lonte Sports Arena in the city of Biñan, Laguna. Today's first matchup is Macau Black Bears versus Del Norte Banana Republic. Now join me in welcoming the starting lineups. First, for Macau Black Bears. Starting at guard number 2, playing center number 6, Tyree Robinson. Guard number 12, Scotty Ewing. At forward number 24, David Diaz. Also at forward number 99, Chon Wai Chan. They will be led by a playing coach, Momo Kone. Now starting for Del Norte Banana Republic. Our forward number 34, King Destacamento. At guard number 24, Saddam Ondebilla. At forward number 13, Koy Alves. Playing center number 9, Donald Tankua. Starting at guard number 2, Francis Utoy Abarcar. The head coach is Petot Levita. Officiating this ball game are crew chief Arnold Peñapuerte with a seasoned and Juner Bayais. This game is under the supervision and regulation of the game.
And we have the starters first for the Macau Black Bears. It's Ewing, Kone, Robinson, Chan, and Diaz. And on the other side for Del Norte Banana Republic, it's Ondevilla, Abarcar, Tankua, Alves, and Destacamento.
Curiously, they're not starting with John Cantubuan and very solid 5 meanwhile for the Macau Black Bears. Diaz has really proven himself to be a very valuable big man. He's taken on everybody bigger than him, and but this is going to be an interesting matchup because Tankua also played very, very well yesterday.
Definitely, it's important for players outside Kone, perhaps Robinson and Ewing, to perform, as they already have targets on their back. But for the first possession of the game, it'll belong to Del Norte. Alves has it. They swing it around, trying to look for someone as they continue to run their offense. This time it's Abarcar up top. He will fire a 3, and he will put it home.
All right, a lot of players on this team have been looking for a home, and finally they have one here in Del Norte. And Momo Kone is trying to get his offense going.
And we'll see more from him definitely as the game goes by. But right now, it's Ewing with the basketball. He fires for 3. That won't fall. And here comes Del Norte.
They already know from yesterday's game that Ewing has a quick release, so they put a taller defender on him to deny the 3-pointer.
Again, he had 20 points. Definitely having a target on his back on De Villa. They swing it around again. They're trying to find some offense after a big 3. Destacamento, all board. They get it back though. Outside, no good. Rebound by Kone.
They didn't realize that the ball did not hit the hoop.
Macau Black Bears having this fast break possession. Won't fall for them.
And now let's see who else will generate offense.
So right now it's 3-0. Still no buckets for the Black Bears. Meanwhile, Del Norte. Destacamento up top. Will hand it off or will not hand it off. Still trying to find his teammates.
Robinson doing a good job of denying the low post.
Alves fades away. That won't work. Rebound by Momo Kone. And he is running. First points of the Macau Black Bears, courtesy of Momo Kone.
Been momofied and monetized.
Definitely just like what you and Sir Sandy said. So it's Momo Kone at the line.
I think that was a big mistake on the defensive end for Del Norte, just not putting anybody in front of him. Of course, he's such a quick player, it's hard to catch up, but you have to put a body on him.
And we're most definitely sure they're aware of who that guy is. Meanwhile, Del Norte, there's a deadlock at 3. It's at the corner. They will try from deep, but that won't work. Rebound by Momo.
They're trying their luck from the outside, but they have a lot of players who can penetrate very well also. A lot of athletes on this team.
Speaking of penetrating, that won't go in for Momo Kone. And a rebound by Ondevilla. So we still have a deadlock at 3.
2.5 minutes have gone by already. A pretty clean game so far.
Meanwhile, it's with Abarcar. The pick from Donald Tankua. He will fire. That won't work.
They're really concentrating on keeping Tankua quiet.
Robinson using his muscles to score for 2.
Yeah, he faked the sidestep there and went up with the right hand.
And with that, Macau handles a 2-point lead. And Del Norte trying to generate some offense. A horns play being executed right here. But Alves will get fouled.
That's on Robinson. He accidentally bopped him on the back. Only the first team foul.
So both teams having 1 team foul each. As it'll be Ondevilla triggering the inbound from the sidelines. Trying to find his teammates. Finds Abarcar.
Good scouting by both teams. That's why it's so difficult to score. You're not looking at the typical scorers for each team.
Everybody wanted to be an X factor. Meanwhile, Alves.
Great shutdown D by the Macau Black Bears.
Alves gets called for the traveling violation. So right now, possession shall be on the side of the Macau Black Bears.
I'm expecting more from Alves in this game because he's got a lot of hops and he can really help this team with his athletic ability well.
Meanwhile, that's Scott Ewing scoring his first 2 points in this game.
Yeah, they denied the three-point shot, so he takes it to the hole.
4-point gap in favor of the Black Bears. Abarkar at the left wing. They will pass it around. They're trying to find Donald Tankwa. But Ondevilla will fire for 3, but that won't work. Tankwa with the offensive board. He will try. Still not falling. Here comes the Black Bears. Corner pass. Scott Ewing from deep.
There you go. That's what you're talking about. They were denying him at the top of the key. Now he goes to the corner and there was nobody there.
And just like that, the Black Bears handling a 7-point lead. With almost, or rather more than 4 minutes passing by in chapter number 1. Destacamento will hand it off to Abarkar. He will attack the fake, try to pass it last minute, and possession will stay with Del Norte.
Only 3 seconds left on their clock though.
And a timeout presented to you by G-Shock by Casio. It's called by the Del Norte. Banana Republic will be back after a short break. One of the more noticeable players of this Macau Black Bears team, Momo Kone.
Yeah, it's actually a slow day at the office for him. Only 21 points and he was averaging more than 34 in the posse leg. And now he's able to distribute the wealth. Now he's also acting as playing coach. And he's got a lot of help now in Robinson and Ewing.
And perhaps that is the exact reason why he is having, quote-unquote, a slow day on the office. Meanwhile, baseline inbound for Del Norte. Quick fire shot won't work. They got it back, but it's a shot clock violation.
Yeah, again, the ball didn't hit the rim. It only hit the backboard, so clock continued to run. Trouble with the execution now. This is the problem when you don't have Cantimbuhan on the floor. He can create for himself.
And still, definitely all of us are questioning where is John Cantimbuhan, but right now, that's where Scott Ewing is.
No, he's on a roll now. More trouble for Banana Republic.
It's a 9-point lead for the Black Bears. Donald Tankwa being pressured. He sends it out. Destacamento. He will attack. He will score.
That's what I was saying earlier. A lot of good athletes on this team. And normally a lot of teams try to start out from the three-point area and adjust whether they fail or not.
Robinson, no good. Tried to muscle his way inside, but a foul will be called on Donald Tankwa.
Tankwa is struggling here because they're simply denying the entry pass to him. Robinson is much bigger. They can't lob the ball over him. So Tankwa cannot create because he doesn't have the ball.
And at the line, it's Tyree Robinson. But now we'll be turning it over to Maris Victorio for a report.
Shaw and Bill, I asked Tyree Robinson from the Black Bears how is he adapting to the team's playing style considering he's an import. He said he always finds the team's rhythm and execute his skills efficiently, especially they have no one in command. Their game plan is to be vocal for today and showcase great defense. You know, Ree also shared fun fact of himself. He is an otaku, or what you call a person who loves anime. He is also an introvert, but he proudly says that he loves the team and the team chemistry that they are having. Shaw and Bill.
Thank you very much, Maris.
He loves anime there, Tankwa. Is he finally getting the ball?
And there you go. That's Donald Tankwa scoring for 2.
No, he's relatively small. Oh, they get the ball back.
2 more points for Del Norte and Donald Tankwa.
Sloppy inbound there for the Macau Black Bears. Just a mental lapse.
The lead of Macau cut down to just 5. Meanwhile, they send it out. Zeng. That's good from deep.
Oh, he's a consistent outside shooter. The right flank, left flank, it doesn't make a difference to him.
The lead is elevated to 8 right now. On Devilla. Again, trying to generate some offense for Del Norte. Finds Alves. They swing it around. Destacamento against Zeng in the
Mismatch.
paint. Mismatch indeed.
Destacamento is taller and has a better leaping ability. Just lobbed it over Zeng.
The lead is cut down to 6. But Scott Ewing gets fouled. So that's team foul number 3 for the Del Norte Banana Republic as possession will stay with the Black Bears.
One more there, they will be in the penalty. Only 3.5 minutes remaining though.
And immediately after I said that, Ewing steps out of bounds, possession with the Del Norte Banana Republic.
It's so hard to say something nice about people here. Something goes wrong.
Meanwhile, on Devilla will bring it down for Del Norte. The pick provided by Tanqua, but it's now with Destacamento.
They want to exploit this mismatch, but it's too far out.
Abarcar against Zeng at the low post. Backing down, he will fade away. That's good.
That is such a tough shot to make.
So Del Norte cuts the lead of Macau to just 4. Meanwhile, no good on that 3
Whoa.
ball. Here comes Macau. The Black Bears. That's good from deep once again.
Told you. One from the right, one from the left. Now he just needs one from the middle. A lot of confidence here for the local players also of the Macau Black Bears.
And that's Zeng firing from deep once again. Second 3-pointer of the game.
They sat Diaz down because they don't really need his help off the boards in the meantime.
7-point lead for the Black Bears. Alves having a hard time against Momo. Another shot clock violation called.
That's already the 3rd and we're only in the 1st quarter. The problem is they cannot start the play and then the other players are not moving without the ball, which goes to show that maybe they don't have a real point guard on the floor now.
Meanwhile, Scott Ewing no good on that go-ahead 3-pointer. Here comes Del Norte Banana Republic. On Devilla. Tanqua at the low post against
One-on-one.
Robinson. He will score against Robinson.
He's a very quick player, a bit undersized for an import, but he's been around for the longest time already here in the Philippines. So he knows the brand of basketball.
Meanwhile, almost a turnover. Zeng saves it. Scott Ewing from deep. Won't fall.
They were in a bit of a hurry there. They still had 15 seconds on the shot clock.
But it's good to see Scott Ewing with all the confidence in the world. Meanwhile, Destacamento, Abarcar, he's way outside. Picked up by Ewing. He goes under the screen. Abarcar. Ewing goes on top of the screen. He sends it out.
That's a foul. No harm done.
So that's team foul number 2 of the Macau Black Bears in chapter number 1.
This is a good substitution here. They're going to need Ewing fresh for the 2nd quarter, and Diaz will add some muscle underneath. So now Momo will probably play the point.
Over a minute remaining in chapter number 1. 5-point lead for the Black Bears. Alves. Way outside up against Momo Kone. The pick provided by Destacamento. Alves still with him. Drops it. Destacamento. Again, another shot clock violation.
Okay, that tells me 2 things. That the guards of Del Norte are not paying attention to the clock, which is their job, which means they're not really point guards. And 2, nobody on the bench is telling them that they're running out of time.
And indeed, they're lucky. They're only down by 5.
Yes.
Right now, Momo Kone looking to add more to that lead as he sends it out. Zeng.
Pass was a little high, so Zeng really couldn't just catch and shoot there.
But fortunately for the Black Bears, they're able to draw a foul. And that's the last foul to give for the Del Norte Banana Republic.
Yes. Good management of their fouls in this 1st quarter.
No good that 3 ball. Tanqua gets it, ends up with Ondevilla.
Now, more relaxed pace of the game for Del Norte. Their primary focus really is try to get the ball to Tanqua, but it's really a problem with Robinson there.
Alves handling the basketball, will lose it. Great defense from Diaz. Meanwhile, Robinson will slam it home.
Spin cycle for Ree.
Definitely, again, the confidence is there. But right now, the ball in the hands of Del Norte. They're looking to answer back. Last 2 seconds, they lose it. Alves gets it back, and no good. As that'll be the end of chapter number 1. It's 22-15. A 7-point lead.
It's a turnover. And Robinson really wanted to make a statement here.
And a statement indeed was made. We all saw that. Again, great defense as well on the side of Macau in this first period, forcing a lot of turnovers. But now we will return for the start of our second period. Up by 7 as we take a look on this guy, Tyree Robinson.
Ree Robinson, the right place at the right time. And
definitely another suspect to be guarded for the side of the Macau Black Bears. Again, made that 360 dunk just in the first period as he was left wide open in the fast break.
And what's important here is that he's playing a good job. He's playing a great defense on Tanqua. He's denying the entry pass. So Tanqua only has a couple of buckets here when he'd normally be in double figures at this point.
Right now, first possession of our second chapter belonging to the Black Bears. As Kwok will send it out to Scotty Ewing. The pick from Robinson. Ewing trying to find his teammates. Finds someone in the corner. That's Kwok. Another send out. Ewing will attack. Inside the key jumper. Won't fall. Rebound.
He got the opening there with a little up fake.
They send it out on De Villa. No good from the corner. Great rebound by Robinson. Meanwhile, Kone will attack. Kone will glide.
Oh.
But won't score.
Took off a little too early.
On De Villa brings it down. Great move, but unable to score against the much taller Robinson.
We're looking more for the contact. 3-on-2.
And no good coming from Scotty Ewing.
He was in a big rush there because he had a taller defender on him.
So the lead still at 7 after a couple of sequences. Less than a minute passing by in chapter number 2. Del Norte having this possession. Looks like they will take their time.
So it seems that Cantimbuhan has an ankle injury and will likely not play today. Oh, big loss for Davao Del Norte, or Del Norte rather.
And that's a 2-pointer inside for Del Norte.
Justin Alano is another guy who's been playing against much bigger opponents throughout his career. There's a pick and roll, nice.
Meanwhile, oh, that's going to be a foul called on Eugene. So that's team foul number 1 on the side of the Del Norte Banana Republic. As we take another look, that was a good pass, just like what you said.
Yeah. Justin Alano really is always in the thick of things. He's not afraid. Bang bodies. He grew up being one of the shorter frontliners on any team he's been on.
And as of this game, that's what Del Norte needs. Again, the absence of John Cantimbuhan will definitely take a hit on them.
Well, they have to have a different look now. There's going to be a slower team, so they need to try to get the ball inside more. Now playing with both imports.
Meanwhile, that rebound was captured by Tanqua. High pass, intercepted by Kone, and possession will stay with Del Norte.
Yeah, Del Norte now fielding Eugene Toba also, along with Tanqua.
Meanwhile, on De Villa, baseline inbound. Nowhere to go, we'll go to Ingles instead. He will attack.
Whoa.
Not that time, says Robinson.
It's a leaning sandwich.
Meanwhile, Scotty Ewing loses the basketball and he will turn the ball over.
Yeah, I don't think Momo can jump that high. He's over the shot clock practically.
Meanwhile, almost 2 minutes passing by in chapter number 2. Possession now with Del Norte. As it's Eugene Toba inbound.
Toba's another player here who really hasn't figured out his role yet on this team. Is he going to play as a center? Is he going to play as a wingman?
A good thing for them, it's only day 2 of our winter tournament.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Alano, the fake, a lot of fakes, and will put it up and in.
He should be warned for taunting, making that motion.
And looks like he's not regretting it as he continues to taunt.
Called it. Shouldn't be doing that because that's an insult. Just because you were able to score. And he actually scored by elbowing somebody out of the way.
Nonetheless, Kone will take this technical freebie, and it's good for Momo.
Now, see, now you cost your team a point and possession. So you nullified everything you worked so hard to brag about.
And right now, Macau up by 4, so it's a 2-possession game.
Interesting that Macau hasn't been able to run, which is really where they build big leads.
And let's see if that'll be the case for them this game. As Scotty Ewing jumps, nowhere to go, will send it out. Another pass, Robinson, the jumper, that's money.
That's an understated part of Robinson's game. He's required to play a lot inside the paint, so he doesn't get much opportunity to shoot from the outside.
Meanwhile, Del Norte, sidestep 3-pointer, overshot by Eugene Toba. Meanwhile, Momo Kone will attack, will slam it home.
Good night. Again, this is what I was talking about. The Macau Black Bears, if they get you to make turnovers and miss shots, they're deadly.
Meanwhile, Robinson says no. But he's going to get called for a foul as Donald Tanqua will go to the free throw line for 2.
Second foul on Robinson. Tanqua, very mobile, very agile for a big man. He's shorter than most imports, but still manages to have his way with them on offense.
So Robinson will go to the bench. Donald Tanqua will take 2 freebies.
Well, 1, Robinson needs the rest, and 2, no sense risking him picking up a 3rd foul and rendering him useless on defense. And plus, they don't really have much of a bench to work with.
Second freebie on its way. First one was good for Donald. He'll go 1 out of 2. Here goes Momo. We'll give it to Ewing. They will fire for 3. Bullseye!
They left him open.
And indeed, they left him open as that causes a 10-point lead, double-digit lead. But right now, we have a timeout brought to you by G-Chalk from Casio. Double-digit lead for the Black Bears as we take a look. And Donald Tanqua had a great game last Saturday.
Oh, yes, he completely confused all the imports of the other team. It's just that they tragically lost the lead and got swamped in overtime.
3 players in that game scored 15 points or more. Sadly, it didn't translate into a W.
Yes, and now they're playing without their top scorer from yesterday, John Cantimbuhan, and he has an ankle injury. We wish him well, and we hope he recovers soon.
And that's another layer of problem for the Banana Republic. But right now, action shall continue.
They're lucky to be only down by 10.
Meanwhile, that's cut to 8. That was Ingles scoring 2 for Del Norte. Meanwhile, Momo Kone will attack Tangkwa, will send it out. They try from deep. Bullseye!
3 points, King Club.
Big three-pointer now. You see everybody chipping in for the Macau Black Bears, and they have to because there are only 8 of them. Oh, that's hooking right there.
That's no good for Alano. Kone ends up with him. High pass. Fast break opportunity for the Black Bears. Ewing fake pass. Another send out. Kwok will try.
He was in a hurry that time and was actually floating sideways.
On Devilla, the fake. Settles inside. A foul will be called. That's the second team foul of Macau in this second period.
Danko is just so quick.
Number 10, 8 miles first.
Great first move.
Round, Francis Sabarkar checks back in.
And at the line again, it's Donald Tangkwa.
They bring in Abarkar because they really need better ball handling at this stage. So the guards previously were adequate to make like an entry pass, but nothing too complicated.
And now we'll turn it over to Maris Victorio for a report.
Shaw and Bill Del Norte's coach Alvarez blames himself for their loss yesterday. He was at fault by not using Donald Tangkua for the second half. He said it's his way of giving him a lesson. As per Coach Donald, Tangkua showed inconsistency, and that's what Donald will change for this matchup. The team needs to focus more on offense because offense wins games, defense wins championship. Also, they need to exert teamwork, especially John Cantimbuhan is still recovering from his ankle injury that he sustained by tipping over the bench yesterday. Del Norte needs to match the intensity that the Black Bears showing. Back to you, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Maris. Very interesting points there, but you know, you don't punish a player by hurting the team.
14 seconds to
And bold choices actually overall coming from Del Norte as a whole. But right now, it's on Devilla. He will attack, he will scoop it up and in.
A lot of great individual talent on this team, but what they need now is leadership.
On the other side, Macau trying to figure something out. Ewing at the right wing. He drops his defender, but that's going to be an offensive foul.
He dipped his shoulder and violated the verticality of the defender, so that's automatically an offensive foul.
And Ewing not liking that call. Nonetheless, it's with Del Norte.
3 quick fouls on the Macau Black Bears.
On Devilla, trying to find his teammates, finds Alano at the low post. He's up against Momo Kone. He's backing down, now he's inside the paint. Short on that attempt. They will get it back. They wrestle for the basketball, but possession will stay with Del Norte.
I think that it looked to me like Alano was the last person to touch the basketball. I think he's looking more for the contact and getting fouls than scoring.
So they'll have one more chance to do just that.
You know, noticeably absent from the offense of Macau is Jed Diaz. You know, he's a scrapper, he gets offensive boards, and he attacks the big men of the other team, but he hasn't been getting the ball.
That's one more guy we expect to make some noise on the side of Macau. Right now on Devilla, finds Ingles. Great defense by Macau as Ingles will fade away. That's short.
Oh, Alano's just climbing over people's backs to get the ball.
Kone, fast break 3, bullseye!
It amazes me how it takes so little for these guys to warm up from three-point range.
And on fire are the Macau Black Bears.
Oh, yeah.
As they have a double-digit lead once again. 11 to be exact. 5 minutes remaining in chapter number 2. Let's take another look on this Momo Kone. 3-point bomb.
It was in the flow of his movement.
18 seconds to shoot.
Alano sits down. I think his usefulness has worn itself out already.
Alves will hand it off on Devilla. Puts on the moves. Will fade away. Tough shot. Goes in anyways.
That is an important shot if you're the shortest guy on the floor. Very difficult to block.
Momo Kone trying to find ways. They swing it around. The attack. Good passing for the Black Bears, but they're outside once again. Shot clock. It's down to 8. Momo Kone. What a move.
Great first step and change of pace. Tangkua just frozen there.
Meanwhile, it's back to an 11-point lead as both teams going back and forth. Abarkar is outside. Way outside. Will find Alves. Back and down against Chow.
This is the one mismatch they're trying to exploit.
Meanwhile, no foul call. Here comes the Black Bears, but that's a foul call on Abarkar.
Abarkar showing some frustration. He's been on the floor for a couple of minutes and hasn't been part of the offense.
Meanwhile, we saw that shot, fadeaway shot, coming from Alves. Ewing looking to get back in the game.
Along with Robinson and Diaz and Zhang will sit down.
Foul on number 2.
Also, I think Alves is back in the game for Del Norte.
So both teams bringing in players, some of the starters. So right now, possession will be on the side of the Black Bears.
3:51 to go. The Black Bears in penalty. That's something that Del Norte Banana Republic can exploit.
Ewing handling the basketball. Another foul called on Del Norte.
Now they're in the penalty as well. Not a good foul to give. No offense is being started.
Foul on number 18, James English.
You don't want to send someone like Scotty Ewing
14 foul for the Norte Banana
at the line, but perhaps no free throws for now. Ewing handling the basketball. Will send it out. Kone. Nowhere to go. Puts on the moves, will lose the basketball.
All right, 3 defenders on him.
Tankwa, tough pass. It's back to him inside against Robinson. Puts one up, puts one in.
Robinson doing smartly avoiding his 3rd foul. You can have that one. I'll get you back on the other end.
Kone, the pick from Robinson. Kone up top, finds Chow. Back to Kone up top. Up against Alves. Another send out. Chow for 3. Yes, sir!
Oh, that's really hurting Del Norte at this point because you got to double team Momo when he attacks the basket.
So a lot of sidekicks on the side of the Macau Black Bears. Right now, it's a tough situation for Abarkar and company. Destacamento will turn the ball over. Momo Kone, what a pass! Scotty Ewing won't complete the play.
Put the wrong spin on the basketball there.
But they get it back though.
No need to rush.
Scotty Ewing fades away. That's
or not,
good.
Or not.
If it goes in, it goes in.
Yeah, that's one of those shots where the coach goes, no, 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 no. Yes.
Ingles will attack, will bump. Oh, brave move against Momo Kone.
Well, a lot of good individual talent on this team, like I keep saying, but they have the confidence, they have the experience, but they don't have the coordination.
And again, a lot of, just like what you said, a lot of suspects last game, but it didn't translate into a win. Right now, again, both teams at the penalty. We're nearing the 2-minute mark of our first half as it's Tyree Robinson going to the line for 2.
You know, this team has had very little time to really play well together, but then it's, you know, you get your necessary minutes because you only have an 8-man rotation.
First one is good for Tyree Robinson. Second one on its way as the Black Bears up by 13. 1 out of 2 for Tyree.
So at this point of the game, the Del Norte team really has to make a run so that this lead becomes more manageable in the second half.
Ingles at the logo up against Chow. Ingles will send it inside, at least try to send it inside, but they get it back. Tankwa will score 2 more points.
That's important. They have to do to the Black Bears what the Black Bears are doing to them.
Robinson has the basketball, steps back, long 2, that's money.
Smart move there. Didn't want to risk getting his 3rd foul by pushing out Tankwa.
Destacamento, Abarkar sends it to Donald Tankwa up against Robinson. He's trying to exploit his foul situation, and he
Yes.
does.
A solid game for Tankwa.
Kone, quick pass outside, Ewing, kaboom!
It's such a big distraction to have Momo Kone dribbling down the middle.
Lead is up to 14, under a minute remaining. And an answer back.
They're just exchanging baskets here, so the Black Bears are able to maintain this lead.
And that is indeed in favor of the Black Bears. As again, under 40 minutes remaining, the attack, a foul called on Destacamento, and 2 freebies coming up for the Black Bears.
Right, and a lot of confidence now for the local players of the Macau Black Bears. There was some doubt in their mind during the Passi leg because they only had Momo. Now they have two other new guys who are really helping out. I mean, Ewing is technically a local because he was born in Macau, but he's doing a lot of damage like an import.
First one is good for Chon Wai Chan. Second one on its way. 1 out of 2. So the lead is at 13. A comfortable cushion on the side of Macau as a Barcar quickly brings it down, almost lost it. Last handoff, Eugene Toba, no good. They try to save it, but it's out of bounds.
That's maybe the reason why Toba isn't getting as much playing time as Tanqua, because he doesn't seem that polished as a player yet.
So the Black Bears up by 13 as our officials will review that last play. Who exactly last touched the basketball?
Yes, each team gets one review per game. So if you burn it in the first half, you can't use it anymore. And then in the last 2 minutes, every out-of-bounds play is automatically reviewed.
Meanwhile, we're not exactly sure who touched it. Let's wait for the verdict. So the ball will go to Macau as Eugene Toba called on that last touch.
Now they can have the last shot of the first half.
20.7 seconds remaining. They're up by 13. They have Kone, Ewing, and Robinson on the floor all together.
And this gives them a lot of options. They can go for a 3. They can take it inside and get some fouls.
Here comes Scotty Ewing. Up against Ingles. Ewing taking his time. The clock down to 9 seconds. It's down to 7. Ewing, outside pass. Chow, another outside pass. They try for 3. That is overcooked. And that'll be the end of our first half. 50 to 37, a 13-point gap as the Macau Black Bears stay in the front seat. Let's take a look in our TAT move of the game. That's Momo Kone doing wonders on the side of the Macau Black Bears. And again, let's see if he can continue his fire performance. But right now, again, end of the second quarter will return for the start of our second half.
Can't get enough of the action? Basketball fans, the Asian Tournament Top 10 Plays of the Day. At number 10,
Diguara. He's just muscling Patty under the basket where he can't do anything.
at 9.
This is the morning game of the TAT here in Pasig.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Jonathan Guzman with a slam dunk.
He still seems to have a lot of energy. Playing for survival
You know,
now.
he is very popular.
Moving to number 8.
Hervey, re-energized by the long break.
Oh, they need it.
Yes.
Here is JP Bilinchon, and look at that block by Jules Moore. It was a public display of rejection.
Now he's arguing that he jumped straight up, but he was in the no charge
Yeah, so Ludovici was fouled by Moore.
At 7.
18 years as a pro and intercepted by Momo. He will go all the way for the slam dunk.
Good night. Now once he accelerates,
Let's take a look at this dunk by
Number 6.
Kelly Namo. Came out to help.
nice pass. Just a
Go.
little off though.
Off balance shot.
That's what you call back to the basket.
How did he do
To crawl into
when
the rim.
he heard the whistle? He just
At 5.
not expecting the pass. Song. Here is Moore.
And the Titans
And our move of the game. Jules Moore with a slamma jamma.
Now we go to number 4.
Here is Dulacasi Santos with a hand fake. Oh, so well the Aces are in the penalty already, so 2 free throws for the Arena.
The number 3 spot.
side for Black Bear.
Oh!
He didn't get the dunk, but he got the 2 points.
Momo Kone with a spectacular move.
He's really out jumping everybody on that last play.
Number 2.
The 14th assist of Denzel Wong.
What a way to earn a living. Nice up and under move by James Martinez.
Number 4 on Alan Santos.
And now the number 1 play of the day.
Watching the play.
More! Stop shot!
5-point lead. Titans are in trouble.
The explosion in midair by Jules Moore this time on his...
This is basketball at its best. The Asian Tournament Top 10 Plays of the Day.
And it's 50-37 at the half. A 13-point lead, a commanding lead on the side of the Macau Black Bears as, again, they have all the confidence in the world coming off a 40-point W. And on the side of the Banana Republic del Norte, again, they're obviously struggling as we take a look at the halftime stats.
Yes, of course, always very high field goal percentage. If you're getting a lot of baskets in transition, 3-point field goal shooting also very dominating for the Black Bears, and that's going to be the problem. Now, rebounding stories is a different picture, and that's where Robinson is going to struggle because he's trying to contain Tanko at the same time. He's not really a center per se.
Right now, we take a look on this guy. It's no other than Scotty Ewing. So far has 15 points in this game.
And he started off slow because they were doing, they put a big man on him, so he couldn't, a bigger player on him, so he couldn't really take the 3-point shots.
And another guy, this time on the side of Del Norte, it's Donald Tancoa making wonders.
Oh yeah, he's just unstoppable inside the paint, so you just deny him the ball.
But Right now, we begin our second half, and that'll be a turnover on the side of the Macau Black Bears.
3-second violation, and that's usually a result of miscommunication.
Right now, the Del Norte Banana Republic trying to figure something out. Donald Tanco inside, up against Diaz.
Tough matchup for Diaz.
Almost an end one, but not quite, as that'll be the first team foul of this third period for the Black Bears, and free throws coming up.
Can't complain about that because you're in the no-charge zone.
And again, he has been the lone bright spot for
Yeah,
this game.
That's true. They really need some more help. They have to hit some of the outside shots. But the key now is orchestration. You know, they're not unified in their movement without the ball. And, you know, players like Alano are more content to just bang inside than actually coordinate with the other team, with the other players on the team.
And definitely, they do have the instruments to get a W, but it's
Yep.
not necessarily translating, if I may say so.
Yeah, somebody has to be the general of this army.
Meanwhile, the general of the Macau Black Bears,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Momo Kone.
Playing coach, playing heavy minutes.
Right now, 14-point gap.
And usually the Black Bears start quarters very strong. So that's why this is a dangerous time if you're Del Norte.
Meanwhile, that shot rims out for Ondevilla, but they get it back. He tries one more time, but he will send it out. They try from deep. And that won't go in.
Usually for a lot of outside shooters, once you disrupt the first attempt, the next try usually doesn't go in.
Pushing foul on number 24, David Diaz.
So that's team foul number 2 for the Black Bears.
Second foul on Diaz. He's been quiet. He's a missing element in their offense. He gets a lot of offensive boards. He scraps very well and shoots well when he's open. Uh-oh.
Meanwhile, Momo Kone, high pass.
Oh!
Miscommunication on their part.
Look at laughing sheepishly at each other. Luckily, they will keep possession with the full 14 seconds.
Yes, another chance for them to make something happen. And that's no good. Rebound by Tanqua.
Good idea, though, to try to steal off the inbound.
Touchdown for Ondevilla.
From Donald Tankua.
So the lead is cut down to 12. That's Chan. Kone. Now it's Ewing.
Now, they really want to pad this lead, so it's going to be hard for Del Norte to catch up in one quarter.
No good on that free throw jumper for Robinson. Meanwhile,
1-1.
Ondevilla.
Whoa!
Blocked by Momo
That's
Kone.
goaltending.
Unfortunately, that is called indeed a goaltending.
Man, did you see him get up there? Let's take another look.
And that's what Momo Kone can do. He can do a lot of things, but that's one.
Oh, my goodness. Once it touches the backboard, then it's goaltending.
Meanwhile, they pass it around. Jump shot. No good. Rebound by Diaz.
That's what he does best.
Ewing the crossover. Steps back. Tough shot
Oh
for
my
Scotty Ewing.
Gosh. What a lot of people don't realize outside of basketball is that the side three-point shot is shorter.
Meanwhile, Del Norte answers back with their own two-pointer. And right now, the lead is at 10. Still double digits, but better on the side of Del Norte.
Well, Del Norte really just needs stops at this point.
Meanwhile, Ewing unable to hit that. Robinson will attack. The
Nice
spin.
spin.
Short on that attempt. Here comes Del Norte. Ondevilla. Inside pass. Alves will complete the play.
They have the athletes, they can run, but again, they need to make more stops.
Kone. This is Chan. They pass it around. Diaz, the lefty. In and out for him.
That's his shot, and he normally makes that. It's just that he's never gotten the ball until now.
Meanwhile, on the other side, Ondevilla off the glass.
Man, he broke down Momo Kone there.
And slowly but surely, the Del Norte Banana Republic coming back in this ball game, coming alive in the first few minutes of our third period, as this timeout is brought to you by G-Shock from Casio. Back to the action right here. Let's take another look on this fast break lay-in. As they're able to cut the lead to just 6 for the Black Bears. 4 points in a row for them.
Yeah, it's great transition baskets now, and that's what they're good at because you don't need to set a play. So they're coordinated on defense. It's the offense where they have problems.
But now the Macau Black Bears looking to bounce back from that run of Del Norte. Meanwhile, we'll turn it over to Maris Victorio for a report.
Black Bears Mo Kone stated that the team's performance kicked off pretty well in the beginning, but he admits they slacked a little bit by the second quarter. For the second half, they will be more defensively active and try to avoid unnecessary fouls. They will focus on maintaining their spacing on offense because it tends to be too crowded for them. They were all exchanging positive critics to one another, and as per them, they may be small, but they are a one big family. Cha and Bill.
Now, on De Villa really has to take charge now if he is the point guard for Del Norte. He really has to set them up. Tanco has not gotten the ball. Uh-oh, here
Speaking
we go.
of, on De Villa, it's almost out of bounds. Tried to find Tankua, but great defense from Momo.
Yeah, very dangerous pass. You're in traffic, you're in the paint. Still have a lot of time to shoot though.
The lead has ballooned to 9. More than manageable on the side of Banana Republic. Alves, the right wing, finds Tanco at the low post. Another foul on Diaz.
Yeah, they put Diaz on Tanco because they want to save Robinson for the fourth quarter.
So only one more foul to give on the side of the Black Bears.
And no fouls yet for Del Norte. It's great considering how tight their defense has been.
And they now bring out Eugene Toba. So there's Tancoa and Toba on the side of Banana Republic.
They're not playing Toba as an import. They're playing him as just a regular part of the rotation.
Donald Tanco, elbow jumper, that's short. On De Villa, the putback.
And De Villa is all over the place. He's really plugging all the holes.
Momo Kone. High pass to Scotty Ewing. Now it's Robinson. The spin, puts one up. Offensive foul called on Tyree Robinson.
Again, he was leaning. He wasn't going straight up, so knocked the other guy out of the way.
So fourth team foul on the side of Macau and 3 fouls now on Tyree Robinson.
He already had the room to spin, so he didn't need to initiate the contact.
Nonetheless, Macau managing a 7-point lead.
Oh, now this is an important period for the Black Bears because Tanco has sat down. So it will change the look of the offense now, which is why they're taking 3-point shots.
Alves, another send out after that missed 3. Still a miss. Robinson captures the board. High pass. Ewing, no defender inside, but misses it.
It's a second layup he's blown in this game.
Meanwhile, on De Villa, not blowing
Great
that
move.
layup.
Great move. The left hand, he didn't decelerate anymore. Make sure he got the defender guessing.
Don't look now, it's a 5-point lead. Just a 5-point lead.
And the Black Bears, for some reason, are in a rush, forcing them to make bad shots.
Another bucket for on De Villa.
Another discovery here in the TAT.
To the lead. 1 possession lead only. Meanwhile, Robinson will change that.
Nice lob inside, and no Tanco to give him problems. Toba is not really a low post defender.
So it's back to 5 in favor of the Black Bears. On De Villa to Alves.
It's a foot trap.
But possession will stay with Del Norte. Ewing will take a rest. 5-point lead. There are 5 minutes remaining in chapter number 3.
So I expect Kone to take over at the point. Very tall 5, meanwhile, for Del Norte.
On De Villa. Will reject the screen. He will attack. He will put one up and put one in.
Oh, he's in a scoring spree in this quarter. Lead is down to 3.
John on De Villa introducing himself in great fashion.
That's true.
Momo Kone. Outside pass. They fire for 3. Won't work. They get it back. Kone getting fouled on that attack.
You can't complain about that because if you're moving, you can't say that that's proper defensive posture.
So that's only the first team foul of the Del Norte Banana Republic in this third chapter.
That's excellent for them considering that, they've been very close on defense.
Not only that, they've cut the lead to just 3. But Kone looking to change that with the first free throw.
He is just such an excellent all-around player. If he were about 6 inches bigger, he'd probably be in the NBA.
That is Momo Kone. You don't have the saying Momo-fied for no reason.
Yeah.
But that'll be 1 out of 2 trip for Momo. Nonetheless, they have a 4-point lead. On De Villa, looking to score more.
A little
He
too
won't.
fancy.
Robinson. Oh, couple of moves for him. Basket and
Got
1.
hammered from behind and he throws a mean look at Alves. He's trying to pump the team up. He said, why are we letting them catch up?
Coast to coast sequence for the big guy. Tyree Robinson
There you
showing
go.
some handles and some finishing as well inside. That's what he does best. The bonus freebie coming up for Tyree Robinson.
And it's the other way around now. It's the Black Bears who should be running up on transition, but they're not. It's the Del Norte that's giving them the business.
Nonetheless, Robinson gives Macau a little bit of a cushion, and he'll complete the 3-point play.
A little more breathing room for them. Under 4 minutes to go.
Abarkar sends it to the other side. It's back to him. He will attack.
He's looking for his shot. So that means he's not really a point guard.
No good coming from Del Norte. Robinson, oh, no good on that attack.
He did this yesterday. He just took over the third quarter.
Meanwhile, on De Villa, 2 more points for him.
He's near perfect from the floor.
The lead is down to 5. Meanwhile, they will continue to pass it around. Robinson outside. Kone from deep. Kaboom!
See, Robinson could have forced up a shot, but he didn't. I think it's working. I think he's pumped up his team.
Lead is up to 8 after that big-time 3-pointer. Meanwhile, Toba puts one up and puts one in.
Rare counter by Toba.
Kone has it to the other side. Fengma. Great pass outside. Another try from deep, and that won't work.
I think Robinson's getting a little tired here. That's a foul on Kone.
And Kone was calling for a travel, but a foul will be called on Momo.
Well, he's going to travel if you're holding onto his arm.
So it's a 6-point lead. Eugene Toba, a chance to minimize the lead even more.
It's a good break for Del Norte because Tanqua is getting valuable rest.
First one is good for Eugene Toba. Was 0 out of 3 on that first half, but right now making contributions on the side of Del Norte. 2 out of 2 for Eugene Toba.
So 4 points in this period.
And a 4-point lead as well for Macau.
They're hanging close.
No good on that 3 from Fengma. Here comes on De Villa. Try to pass it inside, but
Great save.
stolen.
Oh, no foul called.
Kone on the ground right now. Robinson unable to recover. No good on that dunk attempt.
So no call on both sides of the floor.
Meanwhile, Alves able to grab it. And good on that layup.
Breakdown on defense because I think Robinson's already tired, so he's slow coming back on D.
Don't look now. It's only a 2-point lead for the
Yes.
Black Bears.
Only the third foul of Del Norte. No need to panic.
Meanwhile, on De Villa, getting called for that foul. Only their third team foul of this period.
Ewing is back on the floor for the Macau Black Bears. They need his stabilizing presence.
Kone will use the screen from Robinson. He will attack. And the ball slips out of his hands. Possession will stay with the Black Bears.
Double coverage now for Macau, and they're putting a much taller defender on a Momo.
Kone sends it out. Lay in, that's good
Lucky
for
break.
Zoo.
Almost traveled there.
So here goes Del Norte. Another send out on Devilla. In and out. No good on the putback attempt. Another try. Still not falling.
No boxing out on the part of Macau.
But finally, Alves. Meanwhile, Chow. They set it around. Scotty Ewing, another pass to the corner. Kone from deep.
Oh, he was bothered by the defense.
That was overcooked. On the other side, though, on Devilla, making some noise once again.
Uh-oh, don't look now.
It's all tied up at 69. Scotty Ewing, another pass. Kone, the fake. Another pass outside. They will attack. No good. Robinson, the offensive board, still not falling.
Bothered by Toba there.
They keep it alive. Kone, in and out.
That would have been big.
On Devilla, what a pass to the open Alves and the fast break.
Nice wraparound hook pass, and now they're in the lead.
That was Destacamento actually scoring 2 points. So right now, 2-point lead, yes indeed, for Del Norte. As there's less than 30 seconds remaining in chapter number 3. Robinson. Cross-court pass. This time it's Ewing from deep. Kaboom! Getting this back to Macau. A 1-point lead for them.
They gotta hurry.
On Devilla. Puts one up. That's no good. Less than a second remaining. Will that count?
No, it won't.
And that was actually clear, as definitely time expired before he put the shot up. Nonetheless, a 1-point lead for the Macau Black Bears. As we take another look on this, at least the attempt from Kone. At the end of the third, it's 72-71. Only a 1-point lead for the Black Bears as we return for the start of the 4th and final chapter.
Del Norte's head coach uplifted the team's spirits by saying they were able to contain the opponent's fast break. So maintain that momentum for the remaining minutes that they have. They have a height advantage. Coach hopes that they use it. They gained a close gap by keeping an early post for the opponent's big men. But whatever the outcome of the game is, it's just either you'll win or you'll learn. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Maurice. And to start the 4th period, it's 72-71. Again, it's a 1-point gap, a close cushion in favor of the Macau Black Bears.
This is somewhat of a low-scoring game for the Black Bears, and good containment done by the Del Norte. And I think this combination is working for them. They've got the size, they've got the athleticism, and Ondevilla is a big revelation in this game.
Indeed, a low-scoring game for Macau. They were second in points scored in leg number 1.
Uh-oh.
Meanwhile, Destacamento will thrive from 3. No good. And that's a whistle right there. So possession will go back.
You have to be really alert when you're playing this Del Norte team.
Alright.
The guards are everywhere.
So it looks like possession will be on the side of Macau. They pass it around. Ewing. Unable to hit that. Diaz, offensive board. Outside pass. Another try. No good for Fengma. Rebound by Toba.
I think they need a little bit of help now on the boards. Especially when Tancoa comes back in. Whoa!
What a move from Ondevilla. Just unable to finish. Destacamento, though, the fadeaway hook.
That's what I was talking about. The size advantage now in the front court.
And now the lead is back. Meanwhile, Kone, no good on that 3. Ondevilla, great pass inside. Destacamento couldn't finish, though.
He was bothered there, but great wraparound pass again by Ondevilla.
Kone Corner pass back to him. He will fire from deep. Kaboom!
And now Ontivilla didn't know who to guard.
And great sequence on the side of Macau as they're up by 2. And a timeout called by Del Norte, brought to you by G-Shock from Casio. Back to the action right here. It's a 2-point lead on the side of Macau. After that, big-time 3-point bomb from Momo Kone.
And you know, that time Ontivilla was going back and forth from the corner to Kone, corner, Kone. He didn't know what to do. And by the way, in our next game, we will feature the legendary Sandy Grumo.
The Sandman himself. Meanwhile, Destacamento scoring once again.
This is very important for Del Norte because they need more options on offense.
Meanwhile, it's Ewing. He will send it out. Momo Kone.
They're buying time while Tanco is on the bench.
Another pass. Ewing. Kaboom!
I'm glad that he was able to recover. The pass was quite low.
It's back to a 3-point lead in favor of the Black Bears. Ontivilla will tie the ball game up.
That's very important. Ontivilla's been doing a lot.
Almost 2 minutes passing by in chapter number 4. Thought about the 3. Will attack. Fengma. No good. It's with them. Rebound by Diaz. Ewing will try. Another one.
Oh, wow. Ewing's really saving the Black Bears at this stage.
So Ewing and Ontivilla answering each other with 3-pointers. Meanwhile, Toba looking for a teammate. Will settle for a shot. That's money.
Now, this is an important game for Del Norte. Remember, you have a limited number of games in your bracket. If you lose 2 in a row, it's going to be almost impossible to climb back out.
They're doing this without John Cantimbuhan. Meanwhile, that's a block from Toba.
A rare inside foray there by Diaz.
Ontivilla, corner bomb, it's good.
Boy, this guy's on fire. Hasn't sat down here in the second half.
2-point lead for Del Norte. How will Macau respond? Kone, back to Scotty. Inside Robinson. Outside Kone once again. Yes, sir!
How do you solve a problem like Momo?
Sometimes it's simply unsolvable.
Yep.
But Ontivilla finding answers.
We're going back and forth now. They're just bombing away.
Ewing outside to Kone. They're down by 2. One more time.
Not anymore. My goodness.
What an exchange from both teams. Meanwhile, Ontivilla.
Oh, that's a little too much. He's taking it personally now.
Kone, another send out. Ewing from 3. Bullseye!
I think Del Norte needs this timeout. They can't keep this pace up.
Timeout called by Del Norte as it's brought to you by G-Shock from Casio. Back to the action right here as we take a look on one of the many 3-pointers of John Mark Ontivilla.
So putting up gigantic numbers.
And on the other side, of course, we have the likes of Momo Kone, Scotty Ewing providing some 3-point bombs. And just won an exchange right there before the timeout.
It's a shootout here in the fourth quarter. Very important game again for Del Norte. If they go down 0-2, you know, it's going to be very hard for them to climb back up.
And they're only down by 4. Meanwhile, Destacamento, another send out on De Villa. That's short.
Lucky break for Del Norte Banana Republic. Diaz slapped the ball out of bounds.
14 seconds to
The
shoot.
possession will stay with them. Mondevilla triggers the inbound. Outside, it's Alves. Picked up by Ewing. Alves to the other side. Now inside, Destacamento. Elbow jumper, in and out. But Eugene Toba cleans up the mess.
That was a good setup, which was missing from their offense earlier. Everybody was in the right position to get a good, clean shot off.
Kone being swarmed by defenders. Ewing has it. To the other side.
Somebody's got to be open.
Robinson puts one up. Great defense from Toba. But they keep it alive. Ewing. Bullseye!
That was all made possible by Jet Diaz getting the offensive board.
And Ewing carrying this Macau squad. They have a 5-point lead right now. Alves though, too high of a pass. Ewing hustling for the basketball. Possession will stay with the Black Bears.
Lucky break. I thought that Momo touched it last.
So we're nearing the 5-minute mark of chapter number 4. Kone deep in the corners. Guarded by Ingles. Outside pass to Fengma. Now Ewing. Inside, Diaz. Fengma. Still no good. Diaz keeps it alive for them. Ewing thought about the 3. Will fire from the free throw line instead, and it's good.
Another lucky break. Again, another situation created by Diaz's rebounding.
And Ewing, another big-time bucket as he gives the squad a little bit of a cushion right here. This time it's Banana Republic. Destacamento, no good.
Almost, but not quite. They might want to bring Tancoa into the game.
Ewing to Kone. They fire from deep. Overcooked. Eugene Toba brings it down.
You don't want your big man dribbling up the basketball. Or then again, I could be wrong.
At least in that sequence, they wanted him to do that.
Well, they didn't want to, but he didn't give them much choice. 5-point game now.
Indeed, good things happening for Del Norte and Eugene Toba. Meanwhile, it's Momo Kone, the pick from Diaz. Kone to Ewing. The spin, the fadeaway. Tough shot from Scotty Ewing.
Lucky bounce. And that's what's really keeping them at arm's length now from Del Norte.
Indeed, he is the reason why they have a comfortable lead, at least a little bit comfortable. Meanwhile, great defense from Diaz.
But too much rebounding muscle now for Del Norte.
That time it was grabbed by Kone. Outside pass, Fengma from deep. No good, but they will keep it alive.
Oh, Ewing just beating them to the ball.
Kone gives it to the cutting Diaz, erased by Eugene Toba.
That's all right. You can save your pride for after the game.
Let's take another look again as Eugene Toba says, no ID, no entry. So Kone will trigger the inbound from the baseline.
And you have Tancoa in the game now. I think they could have put him into the game earlier.
Kone, pull-up jumper, that's money.
That's really so hard to do. You're moving, you're suddenly put on the stop, and then jump. Fluid motion.
Ingles, another fluid motion this time with the side of Del Norte.
He really wanted that basket. He hasn't been part of the offense, technically speaking.
Ewing, one more time!
Oh my gosh! Every time Del Norte has threatened, Ewing has had a response.
Scotty Ewing, simply a man possessed in this game. On the other side of Del Norte, unable to respond. Robinson, let's see what he'll do. Robinson, let's go!
Little gingerly that time because he scraped the skin off his palm in yesterday's game.
Nonetheless, a statement jam for the Macau Black Bears as they're up by a bunch, 12 to be exact, and will return after this timeout brought to you by G-Shock from Casio. Let's take a look in the tournament format of our winter tournament.
Yes, we were talking about this earlier because the teams play a single round robin within their bracket. So each game is very important, and then you do the crossover semifinals. Top team in bracket A against the second-ranked team of bracket B and vice versa. And then the winner goes on to the finals.
But then again, you said that if Del Norte loses this game, it'll be tough for them the next games.
Oh, yeah. Because then those games are all must-win situations.
And as of right now, it's Scotty Ewing making it hard for them to get the
yeah.
W.
He's a headache.
They're down by 12 and we're hitting the 2-minute mark. The last 2-minute mark. And Momo Kone being smart with time as he puts on the moves, the crossover. He will
Lost
lose
the
it
handle.
though. Tangqua.
Almost traveled there.
Alano back to Donald. The bump puts one up. That's good.
Such a talented player. But he's relegated to playing big man.
And you said, you know, Del Norte could have put him earlier in this fourth quarter.
Yes, exactly, because the lead was already 12 at that point. And when you're down to 2 minutes, you're just really counting the number of possessions you get.
And we have to credit Macau actually for capitalizing the absence of Donald.
Yes.
Right now it's Scotty Ewing against Ondevilla. The two answered a lot of buckets.
Ondevilla playing extended minutes here in the second half. But they can't sit him down because Cantimbuan is injured.
So that's foul number 2 on the side of Del Norte. Still no team fouls for the Black Bears. Another foul on Ondevilla.
That was a poor foul.
Holding foul on number 24, Saddam Ondevilla is third team foul.
Third team foul on Ondevilla.
Third personal foul on him and third team foul for this period. That's not good.
Scotty Ewing sends it out. Kone one more time. Deep in the
So
corner.
consistent. The three-point shooting of the Black Bears is so consistent.
And the Del Norte, safe to say, has been momo-fied in this game. Tangqua finding a way though inside.
Maybe too little, too late. Ewing, by the way, has 36 points
That is no easy feat.
on a team that has Momo Kone and Tyree Robinson.
Exactly. The new guy, again, continues to introduce himself.
Yeah, and this game is already all but over.
And again, you know, it really boiled down to what you said. That moment where Del Norte decided to...
Robinson didn't like the way they bumped Momo.
Holding foul on number 13.
A little bit of extracurricular activity.
Team foul for Del Norte.
Well, now they're in penalty situation.
So Alano having some words for
Yeah,
Robinson.
he's not part of the conversation. He should just shut up. Why? First of all, you already lost the game.
That's
Now they're in
another
the
foul.
penalty.
And indeed, Alano not really in the position to speak. But that time on the Villa, fourth team foul, or fourth personal foul.
Yes.
rather.
On Saddam Ondevilla. At the line for 2.
Scotty Ewing,
Scotty
again,
Ewing.
what a phenomenal game. But another technical foul. This time it's Tyree Robinson called.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. You know, these guys take their profession very seriously. So even if they're up, it's a one game. You know, he doesn't like the way the other team is trying to manhandle his teammates.
Technical foul is called on Macau Black Bears number
The
6.
Villa will be the one to take the tactical freebies. But then again, just like what you said, this game is pretty much decided.
Yep. Like I said, they put Tanqua in with 3 minutes to go, but it was a double-digit advantage. What do you expect him to do?
Could you say that that was the defining moment of this game?
It could be, because you know if they'd put him in earlier, it might have been a different story. They'd have a focal point for their offense. Would have helped on Divilla.
First one is good for Ewing, and we're all curious as to why exactly that happened. Why did Donald Tuanqua not enter the game sooner for Del Norte?
Oh, by the way, Momo Kone has 35 points.
So 2 players from Macau scoring 30 or more. That's just, to simply put it, phenomenal. And there's just less than 40 seconds remaining in this game. Looks like the Macau Black Bears will just burn this clock down.
And let's just pray that nobody gets hurt.
Meanwhile, the attack, no good. The putback is good though.
Yeah, there's always a delay between the time the guy presses the buzzer and continuation of play.
Meanwhile, that's good from D, but this game pretty much decided. Shot clock is off. Looks like Kone and company will just burn the clock down.
Yep. Why give the other team a chance to score?
And again, they're off a 40-point victory. They'll be facing the Leg 1 champions next game, the Aces. So
Oh boy, that's going to be fun.
exactly. So confidence-wise, they have all the confidence in the world. The momentum is definitely there as we end this ball game with a final score of 110-99, of course, in favor of the Macau Black Bears.
Great consistency, great poise shown by the team. They even fell behind. They were going back and forth. And then the fourth quarter, they really buckled down the business.
In our winter tournament move off the game, this Scotty Ewing tough shot. And again, that's what he can do. He can do a lot of things, but that's one of them. Again, it's Scotty Ewing just making some noise on the side of the Black Bears.
Yeah, he's a very, very big addition to this team. He's really helping out and spreading the load, as it were.
And now we'll be turning it over to our Cooley best player of the game. Again, it's no other than, it's the same guy, Scotty Ewing. Again, the Black Bears getting some extra reinforcement with his presence in this leg number 2. And definitely that's some help for Momo Kone. And now we'll be turning it over to Maris Victor to introduce us to him.
Here with me is our best player of the game, Scott Ewing, with 37 points, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Now, Scott, the Del Norte almost caught on during the 4th quarter. What sparked that change in energy to get back on track and close out the game for you guys?
To be honest, I don't know. We were all a little upset with how we were playing, especially me. I was missing a lot of layups in the first half, and we just knew we had to focus up and turn it up to win in the 4th.
So that being said, you performed well by having each other's back. What do you think it says about the team's dedication that you were able to pull off this win without any coach?
I think it's a huge testament to all of our hard work. You know what I'm saying? We all got a great work ethic. Even when we don't have a coach overseeing us, we're still working and grinding as hard as we can. So we're ready for whatever at any time. And yeah, we happy we got the win today.
All right, congratulations again, Scott, for being our best player of the game. Shaw and Bill?
I want to say thank you to God for blessing me with the opportunity. Thanks to my mama for praying for me every day. Rest in peace to my big brother, Devon and Quincy. And shout out to my baby girl, Shine. I love you, baby.
Thank you so much, Scott. Congratulations again, Shaw and Bill.
Thank you very much, Maurice. Again, our Cooley best player of the game, the firing hot Scotty Ewing. And he said he wasn't contented with his game, but 37 points, that's more than enough. But right now, up next, the Titans going up against the Lions in our second game of the day. And once again, this has been Tro Pangilinan, Bill Velasco, and Maurice Victorio. And this is TAT, the Winter Tournament.